Hello, everyone. For today, I'm going to talk about sustainable finance. My name is Hazianti, and I am from Malaysia. My research focus on the financial health for sustainable finance and evidence from young working adults in Malaysia. Basically, this research, we started off, focusing on the young working adults, specifically on the sustainable finance, where we think that this individual financial resilience can form a crucial micro foundation, and it is needed to maintain the macroeconomic stability and also inclusive growth. And we actually focus on a vulnerable transition, whereby we focus on the young working adults, aged 18 up to 35 years old, because this group actually face critical early career milestones, and they have to balance their entry-level wages, maybe student loans, inflation, their housing commitments, and also the family financial support. So due to the digital disruption, what we can say as digital disruption, because we have quite a number of fintech platforms, digital e-wallets, and microcredits. And in Malaysia, we have what we call as buy now, pay later as well. And these have actually restructured their everyday spending. So altering how these youth actually interact with money. So our research problem is on the youth insolvency, because based on Malaysia Department of Insolvency, their bankruptcy data, it stated that from 2019 up to February 2023, so out of 33,000 something recorded bankruptcy cases in Malaysia, 19% were actually under the age of 34, and they were declared bankrupt because of their unmanaged debt, the impulsive digital spending, and also their low resilience. So because of this rapid financial digitalization and aggressive credit marketing, it actually increased the fragility among these early career workers, especially those who actually lack the foundational money management skills. So the difference between our study and the existing study is that the traditional financial literacy normally focus on financial knowledge, but this study we incorporate behavioral, psychological, and also social dimension as our focus. So among objectives of this study are to assess the capability, because we measure and also evaluate the levels of financial health across four key dimensions: knowledge, attitude, the socialization, and also the digital literacy among these young working adults. And the core contribution of our study is we actually propose and validate the what we call as a financial health index. It is a unified metric in this sustainable finance research. And we also try to test the association between this composite financial health index and also the subjective financial well-being as this foundation for the economic stability. So this is considered as a multi-dimensional framework whereby we have four different elements, and in Unity, it is called financial health. So we studied on their financial knowledge to whether they understand the concept of financial planning, the concept of budgeting, the compounding interest, the inflation, and so on. And we also study and look at their financial attitude. It means, their attitude towards savings, towards long-term financial planning, their orientation, and also their values. So the third element is on the financial socialization. So this is more on the parental, peer, and also the cultural influences. So for example, we ask them whether, they learn something or they discuss about their financial with their family members, their parents, and also their peers. And last but not least, we look at their digital literacy, whether they are able to navigate this fintech platform safely, whether they are able to evaluate the cyber risk, and so on. So we target the young working adults in Malaysia, aged 18 up to 35 years old. This is based on the definition given by our Department of Statistics in Malaysia as well. So we use the definition to define these young working adults. And we have 150 respondents. And we, as I mentioned earlier, we come up with what we call as a financial health index that we integrate these four standardized sub-dimensions into one composite metric rather than analyzing them in isolation. And this is our index formula, and we use the unweighted index to as a baseline, and also we treat the four elements equally. And this is an exploratory study, the very first stage of our study. We have only descriptive and also the correlation analysis. So these are the financial health dimensions results. As you can see here, we have digital financial literacy, financial socialization, and also financial attitude, quite high. But overall, we can say that these indicate a moderate to high capability. But you can see also a clear gap between the digital operational fluency and also their low financial knowledge. So why you see this difference between the two elements? Because we can say that from these findings, this early stage of these findings, we can say that youth are highly proficient with their mobile apps, their e-wallets, their all these frictionless payment tools, but they have some cognitive shortfall, because the difference is that when we have this low knowledge, there is gap in understanding. Maybe they don't really understand the compounding interest, the debt restructuring, and so on. And we can say also that this is a risk, a spending risk, because a single tap transactions can also increase their overconfidence and also their exposure to debt traps, which means that they are very fluent in tapping their phones, but they don't really understand cognitively, especially on the financial knowledge. But we can say that this financial health index, for now, the empirical analysis confirmed that there is a significant positive relationship between the index and also the financial well-being in general. So we try to establish that with this integrated index, we can actually evaluate the health. So normally people talk about the physical health, the mental health. So now we come up with this overall financial health index concept, especially among these young working adults. So the implication to sustainable finance is that in terms of the micro level, we can see that by reducing this systemic risk, it will mitigate the household debt and of course, to strengthen the institutional financial stability. And from ethical finance perspective, definitely we are promoting a more responsible borrowing and to prevent predatory credit exposure among these young working adults. And of course, for long-term stability, to empower this group and these early career adults to build their emergency buffer and to invest sustainably. So our contributions is, of course, number one, the integrated financial health index framework, because instead of focusing on one element in silo, we have now integrative index that will serve as a benchmark for youth resilience, financial resilience. And of course, for our future research, we will employ longitudinal structural equation modeling to test this causal dynamics. And in terms of the policy, definitely we have to urge the Central Bank of Malaysia to target particularly the foundational cognitive skill alongside the fintech hygiene or the fintech skills. All right, so I think that is all from me, and I welcome any feedback and also questions. Thank you.